this is it. It's finally here. This small box on my desk. I can handle this, but first I need a drink. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, come on, you can do this. You've taken down killers, thugs, murderers, thieves, robbers. You can handle this small black box. Come on, just open it. Just open it! Oh, look at that.
Hey Josh, why is it all green all around us? What's going on with that?
Well, I figured we could check out Tales from the Crypt. You ever see this show?
I honestly have never seen that show. I've always wanted to.
Well, here's the story. I've always heard about this show and didn't know much about it. I knew it was a horror anthology, which is something we really love. I've seen one episode, and that's the episode we're going to watch today, because I want to know what you think of it. I rewatched it, and I think it's a damn good horror anthology show. It's cheesy, it's schlocky. It was on HBO, so all the stuff that we would love to see in like Night Visions, for example, or Freddy's Nightmares, it can take it to the next level with like language, gore, sexuality. But I've only seen the one episode, so I don't know the full quality of the show, but I really like this one. So it's episode 3 of the series, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it.
Yeah, I always thought this was like a Nickelodeon show. I had no idea it was on HBO, so I'm very excited to see how far they push things.
This little drama is about one of life's unexpected pleasures. Dying, that is. This is the story of Ulrich the Undying.
Was this like a comic before it became a show?
Yes.
Because I know Creep Show, I think, was also a comic before it. Because they did the same thing where it opened up the book and showed the actual comic cover. That's neat.
And it's, from my understanding, based off of the Tales from the Crypt comics, but then also some episodes are based off of other comics from that time of different names.
Oh, okay.
But all in the same vein. This is the only episode I ever saw. I think it was on Chiller, the channel that we loved to watch back then. So I don't remember if we watched it together and you'll remember any of it, or if I just watched it. But I don't know why I didn't watch any others. I think it was one of those shows they didn't have like the full rights to.
Richard Donner, remind me.
He just directed the William Shatner on the Airplane episode. He also directed Superman, The Goonies, Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
By the grasp of suffocation, I call to your attention the clock, which hangs above his grave. Ulrich will be buried alive.
I like all the camera cuts because I think they're trying to say that the POV is from the people filming. So
Okay.
I think. So that kind of makes sense. Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah. I know him as Teddy in Memento, but I don't know, you might know him from other stuff.
The Sopranos, also HBO, and also The Matrix.
Oh yeah, The Matrix, yeah.
I remember the day it all began.
What was also funny, though, was in my memory, I thought this was just a TV movie I found. So it being a half-hour episode of the show, I was like, oh.
Would you like to be rich?
Hey, get out.
Richer than you ever thought possible.
Did he pour liquor on him to get his attention?
I think so.
This, you'll pardon the term, is a CAT scan. It shows the blood flow into the brain of a healthy house cat. Again and again until the 9th time when he finally stayed dead.
Did it just echo?
There's so much weird shit in the show, man. It's like so trippy.
Oh, so I can die 9 times? Now you're making sense, Doc.
Precise.
If Breaking Bad was made in the 90s, he'd be Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, I can see that. I also love that he just buys in right away to the concept. Like, you can just so clearly tell that, like, none of it is serious, you know?
How do you feel? Shitty.
Just some drunk on the side of the street. You want this experimental surgery? Sure.
How do I know I've got 9 lives?
They sought to kill you.
Oh!
No!
Welcome back to life, my friend. How would you like to make 100 times more? Extra lives are too valuable to waste.
You're worth millions.
I like how you could hear his heartbeat speeding up in the background as it started to click.
Oh, yeah.
Like as he started to realize.
As Ulrich the Undying defies the drowning chamber.
goes for the worst method of dying right away. I wouldn't want to drown.
Yeah, no.
Prodigy who spent his early years
They're giving him a backstory, but they're just like not focusing on it at all.
Speed it up, speed it up.
Speed it up.
He's better than a possum on the interstate. He's dead in shit. Resurrection, Doc! Resurrect! Resurrection!
Just all boo. Like if it was a dead guy, boo.
Holy.
Get the fuck up!
The dead falls already!
In my mind, I'm still thinking this is like a kid's Nickelodeon show, so when he dropped the F-bomb, it's like, it didn't seem real.
I became a sensation.
Just a sign, seal or die.
May want to turn your eyes away from this horrible example of what happens when you do the dirty in the dirty town of Gaston.
You know, I bet this whole thing was just filmed in a warehouse. You know what? We don't need it to be daylight. It's just nighttime at the fair.
I don't want.
Get it.
I figured it was time to boost my profits. So I waited just for the right moment.
I got 6 lives. How many lives do you have?
Wait!
No hard feelings, Doc.
So that, of course, he has to be irredeemable. Just kills him with no problem.
To the memory of Dr. Emil Manfred, my dear friend, who would have wanted me to continue. Shut up and cook up.
Shocking, isn't it?
So many bad puns. I love the one earlier where he's like, this is a CAT scan. It's like, come on.
Some resurrections take longer than others.
It's not really dead.
Well, you could have fooled me.
50,620.
50,000. They were selling those tickets for $1 earlier.
Yeah, it must have raised the price. There was not even more than a few hundred people in there.
Shoot an arrow, lay the bear in the ground!
Oh my god.
I was like, at least this one's creative.
But also, they could charge more money for people to shoot, and if they miss, then that's it.
True.
So they can keep it going for a while until they finally.
Puppet iron, I see, huh? Oh, yeah, yes, we do take credit cards. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What was that?
You know what? I know you. Go bears over there. Go bears over there.
Getting out of here.
He's gonna kill.
Who said I'm getting out of here?
Fire! Here and yet so far, as the French say, see tough shit.
I don't want to kill anybody.
I've been killing people for years. Now it's your turn. Look at this. Look at this. State Fair Archery Champion, 1987.
What year did this come out?
This would have been late 80s. I'm not sure the exact year. Went from late 80s to mid 90s.
Oh, wow. I love how Fever Dream this is. It's like a nightmare.
Maybe this dying shit's taking years off my life.
Okay.
Who is it?
I love that he still lives in a trailer, too.
Here we go. 80% of the box office take, payola from HBO, and some side bet money, too.
From HBO. So, of course, I had to get that in there.
Sincerely know how much you know.
What do you say we take a vacation?
I'll go on vacation. And you can stay here.
What?
It's like, what was their motivation?
Money.
She killed me and took the money that I died for. But what the hey? I'm already set for life. All because of that poor little kitty. Too bad he had to die. Wait a minute. It died. It already died once. Hey, somebody!
Well, you ought to be about out of here by now.
You're kidding. Grow up. It's all a fake.
Honey, wait! I don't have 9 lives!
or something, Al?
Nah. Probably just a cat.
Though dying for dollars could have been a popular game show. Unless they buried it in the wrong time slot.
Was he CGI there?
No, he's a puppet.
Really? It looked a little uncanny there. Like in the beginning, I could tell it was a puppet, but at the end, I'm like obviously in the beginning, I knew it was a puppet, but at the end, with how animated his face looked a little bit more animated.
Yeah, I don't know how they do the head as opposed to his body, but I mean, his head has to be some type of practical, like, I don't know if it's a mask or like if it's someone in there. I don't know. But I know that they have this whole team that like does it. So like it's obviously not just one guy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it was CGI. I mean, 1989. So.
Yeah, true. And it's for TV. Even Danny Elfman, cool. Yeah, holy shit. It came to me at the very end there. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like he forgot the cat died. He has no lives left. I do slightly remember this one, and holy shit, I don't remember it being this hilarious, creepy, fever dreamish, and just like, there's 7 seasons of this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're all up to this level of quality, but I thought this was fantastic.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, and in this one, I mean, again, I only had seen this one before watching the show, and then I watched a couple others from this first season and one from the second season, and honestly, this one was probably like the most tame when it came to the R rating. Like, you cut out that language and a little bit of the gore, you could probably put this on syndicated TV. And I know that the show did eventually have reruns on regular syndicated television, so I'm sure they re-edited it when they needed to. But some of the other ones of the little that I've seen got pretty ridiculous. But I love it that it almost reminds me of kind of like Evil Dead in a way.
Yes, I was thinking that too.
Where it's like, I'm clearly not taking it serious. Even like the story, when you like break it down and just start to like, some of it just clearly doesn't make any sense, but it's like it doesn't matter because they're just, it's like a comic book, just like a nice little fun story. So it's just a fun time, I thought. But I do think the story is interesting. Like just the idea of, if you had this power of a cat. Now, me personally, I wouldn't choose to go to a circus and make it my living to kill myself. I would try to make that last as long as possible.
Yeah, make it like a yearly event where it build up a lot of anticipation, not do it at the same shitty small fair in front of 100 people and try to charge $1,000, but people paid for it, which was hilarious. Oh, just all the little one-liners that are just like throwaway lines were just so goddamn, like it didn't sit and like stew in the joke, it just said it and moved on. That's great comedy right there. And just a Crypt Keeper. Great puppeteer effects. Like him walking and him like blowing the dust off the book. I want to see how they did that. Did they like have a fan like above them or something? Because I love little practical, like what were the little filmmaking tricks with that? And I love how you can clearly tell this is just filmed in some warehouse somewhere. It's like, oh, we don't need daylight. It's like it's a nighttime fair. It's just. Love it. This was probably a blast to film.
Yeah, I'm trying to think through the episode. Probably the only scene I can think of that would have needed a real set was when he was in the hospital, when he was in the morgue. Like, that was the only place that was like a real room, and it was probably that same room that they used when he got the surgery at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, they just rearranged some things around. Yeah.
So besides that, everything could have just been filmed, in just anywhere, because like inside his trailer, you don't see outside. Even when he's driving in the rain.
I think that was like stock footage of a car, and then you can clearly tell when they're in the car, it's like they're not driving anywhere.
So I just love the kind of low budget, campy feel of it. So I really enjoyed it. We want to know what you guys think, because I would love to watch more of these. Fans of this show out there, let us know. And we love horror anthology overall as a genre. We grew up watching it together with shows like Beyond Belief and Night Visions, Freddy's Nightmares, etc. Twilight Zone, obviously. So if there's any others, especially from like the 80s, 90s, 2000s, that you guys would want us to check out, let us know, because we're big fans of it.
Let's see what's next. Oh boy. Here we go.